and welcome to the 80s, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally legendary 80s thing since Charly Garcia recorded Cliques Modernos in New York City in 1980s. Well, in Cleveland, you're like, what is that? Well, we're going to tell you. In Cleveland, Ohio, I'm Keith Marsteller, and joining me from Seattle, Washington, it's the creator of the 80s-ist, my longtime friend, my co-host, and he's not Argentinian in any way. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, I'm talking about Joe Walk. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith. So listen, I'm going to cut this short because there's a lot going on.
Wow, that's lazy of you.
Yep.
So seriously, that's it. No bit.
Dude, we have a guest waiting.
Yeah, but I mean, we could.
No buts. Let's get going.
Fine. But you're writing 2 openings for the next show, goddammit.
Whatever.
The next show, this is the season finale.
Oh, well, next season then. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, next season. Well,
right.
It's true, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me say, welcome back to the 80s-ist, everybody.
Welcome back.
Today, in our final show.
The big finale.
Of Season 3. Legends Only.
Legends Only.
And it is the 64th episode, Joe, so that you can say...
Oh, big 64.
Big 64. Today in our final show, of course, we are going to reveal the winners of both the Duets bracket and, of course, the Season 3 Legends bracket. But it would be an awfully short show if we did that right now and rolled credits.
It's true. I mean, we could do it.
We could.
Not too late.
I mean, people probably know who it is anyway.
Probably. Anyway, point is...
Today in our final show, we are going to explore the 80s pop music experience of our listener and my very good friend and a native to Argentina, ladies and gentlemen, Alejandro Saya.
Hola.
Welcome to the 80s-ist, Alejandro. It's great to have you.
Sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice being here. Thank you for the invitation. I'm really proud and I'm happy to be here.
Now, Alejandro, could you tell us where you are right now and also maybe tell listeners how you and I know each other?
Okay. I'm in Córdoba. It's a city in Argentina or Argentina, if you're talking Argentinian. It's basically the second city, like in Argentina. There's a lot of, let's say, conflict between people from Córdoba, where I live, and people from Rosario, which is the hometown of Lionel Messi, for example. You all
yes.
know.
Sorry, who's that? Who?
Messi.
Never heard of him. No.
This is a guy that makes like hundreds of millions. And
no, he's the most famous athlete in the world. I'm kidding. I do know him.
So Lionel Messi was born like 10 miles out of Rosario, which is for guys in Rosario. Rosario is the second largest city and the second most important city in Argentina. And for us in Córdoba, Córdoba is the second largest city. It's a long debate. But let's say like Rosario is Chicago or Detroit and Córdoba is Boston. Basically.
Okay, yeah.
Got it.
So big, but it's not New York or Los Angeles big, like Buenos Aires.
That's right.
Big,
That's right. I mean, there's a lot of difference between Buenos Aires, which is really big and cosmopolitan, and the other cities, which are like Córdoba and Rosario, and maybe Mendoza. They are big cities, but they are not half as big as Buenos Aires is. That's right.
Now, how does a man who lives 10,000 miles from here, where Joe and how do you end up listening to this podcast, the 80s-ist?
I don't know. I don't know why. Pure luck, I guess. No, the thing is, I think I've been following you, Keith, on Facebook or Instagram, like social media, and that's how I learned about the 80s, and it caught my attention, and I started listening. Like at first, like really casual, in a really casual way, and then I became like this big fan. And I can wait for Monday mornings and Wednesdays and Fridays just to download the episode, and on my way to work, just listen to it and make comments and criticize some choices and get mad when my favorite artist loses and like enjoy the moment when a dark horse like wins the region. So basically, that's what happened. And a kid, we go a long way back from the 90s. Basically, we've known each other like since 1992, I think.
1992, we both attended grad school at Emerson College in Boston.
That's correct.
And that is where Alejandro taught me the correct lyrics to La Cucaracha.
Mm-hmm. You were a good student. You learned the lyrics by heart. And I remember every Tuesday, I think, evening after, I think, Dr. Pecora's class, it was like mass communication research or something like that.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. We used to go to Taco Bell on near Boston College or Boston University, I think, near Fenway.
This was my way, Joe, of including someone culturally. Is I would walk a friend of mine from Argentina several miles, 2 or 3 miles to the nearest Taco Bell, and that was. Then we'd speak Spanish and eat tacos. And
it's important to introduce people to American diarrhea.
That's
yeah, I know.
Right, and I assume you did not grow up eating Taco Bell in Argentina.
No, not at all. No. We didn't have any Taco Bells or McDonald's or anything like that in the 80s. No way.
Oh, you're lucky.
No way. Like simpler times.
So, we have Alejandro with us tonight, and we're going to delve into his 80s experience. He's going to teach us some things and reveal some things to us along the way. So it's kind of his show from here on out, and Joe and I are just going to participate as we can.
We're just along for the ride.
We're along for the ride. Yeah. And so, my good friend, let's start by having you teach us some slang, Argentinian slang, that is, from the 80s. Now, of course,
from the 80s,
everyone who listens knows and grew up in America knows we like to say, Joe, help me out here. Rad.
Awesome. Gag me with a spoon.
Grody. Yeah.
To the max.
Right. So we said things like,
hey, Ronald Reagan's president right now.
So those were things we would tight, sweet, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys use a lot of slang. I mean, I could tell, like from a year and a half of listening to the podcast, that you use like quite a lot of slang and kind of debatable words at some point.
Is it hard to follow sometimes?
No, not for me. I mean, no, not at all. I mean, you guys talk fast and loud, but it's okay. It's really,
we were pretty loud. I'll cop to that.
Yes.
So, are you up to the challenge? Do you want to learn some slang from Argentina from the 80s?
Hell
not only slang
Yes.
Not only Argentine slang, but slang from the 80s. Okay. So the first thing you got to know is if you ask any person, let's say from Colombia or Chile or Ecuador or even from Spain, and you refer to a person from Argentina, they would say, el Che, like the Che. Like we are los Che.
Los Che.
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 That's, do you know Che Guevara, for example?
Oh,
Che from Vita, the musical? Mm-hmm. So the Che, like it's a word that it's our kind of our trademark as Argentine.
If I saw you on the street, would I say, Che?
Che Keith.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Che Joe. That's right. Che. Like, for example, you're thinking about something and you can't remember like something in particular. I would say, Che, no me acuerdo de esto. I don't remember. Che, me decís esto. I don't remember. Can you tell me something? So Che, it's in our genes. It's our trademark. Like if you want to come to Argentina and behave and speak like an Argentine, you have to learn the word Che.
You have to say Che everywhere.
Che.
Got it.
Everywhere. That's right.
It's kind of like Smurf.
Yeah.
In other words, you can substitute for anything.
Like what the Che is going on here?
Yeah.
What the Che is going on? Yeah, that's right. So it could be like the version of dude or hey, like Che flaco, we would say. And now we're getting to 80s territory. Like, for example, in the 80s, we'd say Che flaco, like hey dude would be like Che flaco. Nowadays, kids these days say "che boludo." Like it's kind of a curse, but not really. Like, like "che boludo, ¿qué haces?" Like that's how people would talk today. But back in the day, back in the 80s, would say like "che flaco," like or even "che man." Like
Che man.
Pretend "che man," like we would pretend that
Mixing
we were in America.
English. Yeah.
Yeah, would say like "che man." ¿Qué
Okay.
onda? Like, so that's the first thing you need to know. Like "che," and basically after "che," if you're in the 80s, you would say "che flaco" or "che man." So you would say, "Joe, che flaco, ¿te gustan los Jets?" That's something that you would ask Joe.
Ask him if he likes
¿Te gustan qué?
Los Jets.
the Jets.
Los Jets. Okay. No. Che, no.
No.
Yeah.
And you would say, for example, in slang, "No, ni ahí, no
Ni ahí.
way."
Ni ahí.
No,
Ni ahí. Got it.
No, ni ahí, olvídate. Ni ahí, forget about it. Olvídate, ni ahí. So you would say, for example, che Joe, ¿te gustan los Jets?
No. Che, no.
Ni ahí. No, ni ahí.
Me, goddamn, my memory is shot these days. No, me ahí.
And the other way around, if you guys were really into something, you would say in the 80s, "qué copado." Like, "qué copado" is
¡Qué
like, that's
copado!
super cool. "Qué copado." Like, I mean, the 80s, the podcast. "Qué copado." Che man, qué copado the 80s.
Che
The
man,
80s.
qué copado the 80s is, man.
Qué copado, flaco.
Keith, you sound like you were doing a Jamaican accent.
Oh,
there. That's just
man,
wrong.
yeah, I went the wrong way. Que copado.
Qué
Che,
copado,
man. Que copado. I like it. I like que copado.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, so let's review. Like, che, I mean,
Che.
you want to come to Argentina? I mean, Keith, I know you have expressed interest in coming over here.
It's not
To the
just
south.
interest. I will be coming to Argentina. You can
Great.
bank on
I mean,
it.
we'll be waiting for you and Marcia, and of course Joe too, and his family. So you have to know che. The first thing when you get off the plane, you'd say, "Che, ¿dónde está Alejandro?" Like, "me está esperando." That's the first thing to say.
Right.
And when you watch or see something like really breathtaking or that catches your attention, you would say, "Qué copado,
Que
che, man,
copado."
qué copado, qué copado." Okay, so you basically know Argentinian slang right now.
That's awesome,
All right.
Che.
I feel educated.
Gracias,
Good.
flaco.
Gracias, flaco.
Que copado. That's awesome. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, come on. You're welcome.
Oh, well, that's a good start to some of our folks here have not heard Spanish, some of our listeners haven't heard any Spanish probably since they took Spanish in high school. So,
I mean, they haven't heard it spoken properly because we've tried it out occasionally, but it's been pretty piss poor all around.
very poor, yes. Now, my friend, you will tell us the thing you're doing next. You're going to reveal some songs. And how did you come about this list, and what is the list?
Yeah, I came up with a list of 10 songs, international songs in English. Some of the songs were part of side A, some of the songs were part of side B, others not at all. Basically what I did, I conducted a little research, I did a survey with my friends, with close friends. I put together a list, and like a Spotify list, and we kind of listened to it over and over, and my friends would come up with suggestions. But at the end, I made up the top 10 list. I mean, I was the curator, and I ended up having creative control over the list. But
So they voted. They voted in 10 songs, and then you arranged them into a top 10 list.
That's
Is that
correct.
Got
Okay.
it.
That's my sole responsibility, but I took all the suggestions and advice into consideration, of course.
Excellent. All right. Well, you tell us the songs, I'll play them, and then the three of us can discuss how we feel about the songs, whether we like them. Joe and I will tell you whether we like them, hate them, love them.
All right.
All right.
So the first thing to know before listening to the first one is they are really energetic songs. There's no boring ballad. There's no Lady in Red in here. Not at all.
Hey, man.
I feel
Back
bad.
off.
Because for my compatriot, I mean, We all love a good Christopherg, but it's not in the list, so you guys, can forget about it.
All right, so these are high energy.
I will point out,
energy.
don't pay the ferryman is very high energy.
Is it?
I know.
It's true.
And the thing, he would sue you if you say something against him or something.
That's true. He would take you to court, that bastard.
We better tread lightly.
Que bastardo.
Che, qué mal, flaco. Qué mal.
All right, well, hit me with your number 10 song.
Okay, so I announce the song first and then we play it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so number 10 is Midnight Oil, Beds Are Burning.
And so what we'll do is I'll play a few seconds of it and I'll put it under and then we can talk about it. All right, so this made number 10. Tell me about this song in Argentina, and then Joe and I will tell you our experience.
Okay, well, there's a funny thing that I just remembered yesterday about this song. There's something funny about the translation in Spanish, because Beds Are Burning should be translated as Las camas están ardiendo. And the way they translate it here is Las camas están que arden, which would read something like beds are on fire, which is like, what? But it's a different meaning.
Yeah,
it's slightly different. Yeah.
So that's funny about the song. And it's from 1987 and it played everywhere like for a couple of months. It didn't transcend the decade, but it truly deserved to be in this
very
list.
very big song for you guys. Joe, how do you feel about Beds Are Burning? Are you?
I love Beds Are Burning. How can you not? It's a great song. Midnight Oil's big contribution to international pop. I love it.
Yeah, I like Midnight Oil quite a bit. Like probably a good 4 or 5 of their songs were hits around here in America. I want to say 3 or 4 anyway. Yeah.
I think this was their only hit in Argentina, like Beds Are Burning. I don't remember any other song by Midnight Oil. But
I'll share a couple more with you that you might enjoy.
Good.
All right, that's number 10.
All right.
And coming in at number 9, what do you got?
We have the unusual girl herself, Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
All right, well, this song, listeners of the 80s are quite familiar with, right? Joe, did we have this on?
Absolutely.
Was this a side A song?
It was a side A, and it went a long way.
Yeah.
Should have won.
It sounds like somebody was voting heavily for it. Tell us your experience about this one, Alejandro.
I remember that 4 or 5 years, before the pandemic, let's say 6 years ago, Cyndi came over here and she came to Córdoba too for a couple of shows. And for some reason in Buenos Aires, she ended up spending like a few hours at the airport because the plane got delayed. And the thing is, and there are recordings of this, she started singing a cappella, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And all the people cheered up and started singing with her, which was a really cool moment for her. So that's my memory of my most present memory from.
So she was in a Spanish-speaking country singing in English, but this hit was so big in Argentina that they knew how to sing along in English.
That's correct. Yeah, so everybody sang and everybody got their cell phone. It was before social media like Instagram. It was like in the YouTube era. So there are recordings of that. Maybe we can find them.
Oh, excellent!
That's fantastic.
That sounds just like the Cyndi that you and I know and love, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
We probably don't have to say much about this one because we talked about it a lot on the show, but you love this song, right?
Yeah, big thumbs up always for Cyndi, and this is not my favorite of hers, but it's a great song.
Right. We both like Time After Time more and some others, but this one definitely has its place.
It's a classic.
Very much part of our growing up. Yeah. Now at number 8, you have an interesting selection.
Okay, number 8 is one of my favorite bands of all time too. It's Depeche Mode, and the song is Master and Serpent.
Not a big
It's a lot. 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 Like life.
There it is. So it rocks totally. Joe, do you remember this song being big in America? I don't know this one.
This was one that I'm sure Denny would say, "Oh, that was big on college radio," but it wasn't like a top 40 hit at all.
Okay, Alejandro, what's your experience with this one?
Well, the experience with this song, I was like getting fluent in English, and the thing about this song, it has really quirky lyrics. You have to listen to the lyrics, like it's a lot like life, and it's a game we play in the bedroom or something like that, and master and servant thing. So,
well, let me find those lyrics for you. We'll turn this back up. Wow, there you go. That would be
real
fun.
British.
We would definitely have some. If we were listening to a Spanish song like that, Joe, trying to figure it, we'd be like, "Is that what they're really saying?"
Oh yeah, 100%.
Treat me like a dog, get me down on my knees. What?
Let's play master and servant. I love it.
Yeah.
So kinky.
Yes.
So edgy.
It is. That's edgy. That is kinky. That's exactly the right word. All right, so that's number 8. Now, the song you have at number 7.
I didn't remember the song at all until my friend Gustavo, maybe he's listening now, just reminded me of it. And it's called Life is Life by Opus.
And it's a live version of it. I'm going to jump to the lyrics here.
Okay.
I'm playing a little bit of it because I don't know it.
But basically, that's the song. I mean, that's a great part.
There's a lot of na 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 na. All right, I'll dip it back under. Now, tell me about how this became a thing in Europe. Joe, you've never heard this song. Is that true?
I don't think so.
It's not super familiar to me. We'll see what other listeners think.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of song that would get played at a wedding.
Yeah.
Like where, at the time where everybody's like a little tipsy and they just start dancing and singing to the chorus with a glass of Fernet in their hands or a glass of whiskey or beer, and everybody would be like la 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 la, like just for fun.
This is a great. You're at a football match or something, right?
Right.
And the whole
That's
crowd
situation.
could do this. Na, 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 na. Yeah. What part of the
situation.
80s is this from? Do you know if this is late, early, middle?
I don't know.
I can tell you right now because I'm looking it up. This is from 1984.
Oh.
And this is an Austrian band.
Okay. All right. I didn't know either of those things. They're from Austria. Did you know that, Ali?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So one of your top 10 songs that you grew up with from international, sources, we didn't even know it somehow.
It missed us here.
It missed us completely.
God.
But I have a feeling that your next song at number 6 is going to be one that we do know.
I think so, because the number 6 is Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Oh, good job pausing for the subtitle.
I was going for a dramatic pause, kid.
Yes, I love
Thank
it.
you to ruin it.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something.
All right, so this song was this a side B song or a side A song?
Side A.
Side A also?
Yep.
I think it's from 1983 or something.
Okay, so this is
Side A.
definitely
yeah.
side A.
It was in the Foreigners region.
Joe and I both love Eurythmics. We both love Annie Lennox. Right? Is that a fair statement, Joe?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes, can't get enough.
This is one of those ones I would have liked to see go further than it did.
Yeah, I would have ridden this off into the sunset.
Ale, tell me about this song in Argentina.
Yeah, what I remember about this song, we had a TV show in the 90s, basically, in the mid-90s called Jugate Conmigo, like would translate as play with me, but also like dare to play with me or something like that.
Okay.
It was a show for teenagers, and there was a lot of audience and young audience in the show, and every time this song would play in the TV studio, like kids would go crazy, and kids from the 90s, so it talks about says a lot about the transcendence and the impact of the song, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I love this part. I mean, what a groove Dave came up with for this part. But
This is just pretty much a perfect pop song.
yeah, totally. And it just blew us away back then with the sound and her look and the power of her voice, just incredible. And so would you say, Ale, like a lot of Argentinian folks could sing this song?
Yeah, and it's also what we would call a canción de cancha, too, like a song that you would sing at a soccer match. Yeah.
Yes, okay, that
Awesome.
makes sense. That's really cool. I would never have considered this to be like half a world away, more than half a world away from England, right? You know.
Well, basically, not in Argentina. I think Eurythmics came here like to perform like a couple of times. I'm not sure. I would have to check, but I'm pretty positive. But they were in Rock in Rio de Janeiro,
Yeah.
in the late 80s, and they were a sensation. I mean, they were extremely popular. It was like the best show during that edition of Rock in Rio, which is like hundreds of thousands of people like attend because it's a concert on the beach and everybody was there. So, and they were really popular that year.
I love it. So they far transcended our small town in Ohio, obviously.
I mean, they weren't just big in Berlin.
They weren't
That's
just
crazy.
big with us, which is weird. Yeah. All right. We're going to hit now your top 5. And
Good. And number 5, it's Erasure, A Little Respect.
I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh, baby, refrain from breaking my heart.
all right, Joe, you remember this song?
This is not like my most familiar Erasure song. I know Erasure, and I've heard this, and I haven't listened to it a lot.
Yeah, I know this song pretty well. Do you know what year it came out, Alejandro, or approximately?
I think the late 80s.
Yeah.
I think like maybe 87 or 88. That's when Erasure got really popular over here, at least.
Okay, and what else do you have to say about this song?
I actually remember a post from the 80s from Denny.
We love Denny.
Yeah,
He's
I know
okay.
you guys do. I love Denny. I like his comments and I like his way of expressing his thoughts. And he said that for some reason I commented on Erasure like something like I'm surprised that Erasure is not on the bracket or something like
Right.
that. And he said that he said that he had a club or he owned a club, and every time that he would play Erasure, like all the Latin America crowd would get up and dance, basically.
Yes.
Even in the States, it was really popular among South American people, Latin American people.
Yeah, do you know what to attribute that to? Just, is it danceable?
Maybe it's danceable. Yeah, it's fun. It's danceable. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why do we Americans love all this synth pop from Britain? Like, who
Yeah.
knows? Why does anyone like anything? But I'm just curious if, yeah.
That's basically a great question. I have to ask my friends why do we really love Erasure so much.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a bouncy and happy song, and it's cool, yeah. Well,
Yeah. And another thing from Erasure, I used to work at a TV station like in the really late 80s and early 90s, and Erasure came to one of our shows. And,
oh, no way.
I got to meet them, and I think I took a photo with them, with Andy
awesome.
Bell. And,
Oh, that's great.
kind of awesome.
Oh, man. And one of these songs, I think this one and maybe one other of their songs were were used extensively in an episode of the American comedy Scrubs. I don't know if you've ever heard of that show. It's about doctors.
Yeah, I've seen that show.
Yeah. Anyway, it lasted. At least the guy who wrote Scrubs really liked this song too. So.
That's good.
All right. Well, now we're really getting down to the the top here. We're getting up to the top. We got our top 4 left. I think 80s listeners are really gonna love number 4.
Good, because number 4 is Roxette, The Look.
So cool. Great riff. And we talked about this song a lot on side B, I think.
We did.
Yes, and it's, I think the guy was supposed to be the singer, and the whole thing about making up the riff on his new synth or something. I don't really remember it fully, the whole story, but
there was a lot there.
Ended up using her voice more. Or she was supposed to sing it and then he sang it, I think,
And that was the deal, yeah.
And then she just sings the...
And I think what happened too is that he was just making up words or sentences with no sense at all.
That's right.
Not written. Yeah, and then...
And then he got so used to those words that he couldn't change them.
And the thing, if you ask for any memories of Roxette actually came 3 times to Córdoba.
Oh.
Like, when they were really popular in the late 80s, and then one time in the 2010 or something. I was already married to Monica, and we went to see Roxette at a venue here near our house. So we have fond memories of Roxette.
And so you voted for Roxette all the way, right?
Of course. All through the way. Should have won. This should have been the winner.
They should have won too. Yeah.
You can't always get what you want.
Well, this was a massive hit here in America. Joe, you definitely remember this.
100%. Love the song, and I remember it very well.
Yeah. I think we were heading off into college when this was very late 80s, like 88, 89. Yeah. But it was so popular, it even reached me in college. So, all right. Well, we're down to the top 3 now.
And in number 3, we have a winner, like the winner of side A, I think.
That is correct.
Aha, Take On Me.
With that iconic opening. Oh, whoops. I was going to just let the whole song play, but I guess we will cut it down a little bit. Joe, we love this song. I mean...
I have not listened to this much since we finished side A, and I still love it.
Yeah. Ale, tell us about your experience with this song.
Yeah, the funny thing is, when this song plays on the radio, and it plays a lot, still a lot here in Argentina, like DJs would feel compelled to say, like, this is Take On Me by Norwegian band. Aha, like they would feel compelled to state the process of the band. Like, okay, it's really important that we know the band's nationality. I mean, they are from Norway.
And they didn't do that with other songs, like...
with Roxette too, like the Swedish pop duo Roxette. I mean, if you're from Sweden or Norway, you have to tell people. I mean,
it helps to understand it, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, man. And so, was this big when you were in high school?
Super big when I was my last year in high school, I think.
Yeah.
It was like super, super big. Yeah.
And did you have, we haven't touched on this, did you have access to American MTV at all? Were you aware of MTV to see this video?
Not the TV station, but we had a couple of shows like on weekends, like that last for 1 hour long shows that would show videos like this video, In Excess videos, Dire Straits. I remember the Dire Straits Money for Nothing video, which was really popular. So we had a couple of shows, and I think MTV just started to air here when cable became popular, like in really late 80s, like in 87, 98, not before that.
Interestingly, my family in America didn't get cable until 1994 when we were graduating from Emerson. So I didn't have it either. But, well, that's really interesting. Yeah, I kind of assumed maybe there would be a way to get MTV there, but glad you had our version was called Friday Night Videos that we would watch.
Something like that. Like an hour-long show on Saturdays, for example. And they would play the same videos all over again, like every Saturday, so you would expect, you were sure what you were going to see. Yeah.
So you were aware of this video?
Yeah.
Okay. When it was happening, basically.
Wow. Yeah. It's a great video too. Fantastic.
It's so good. All right. Well, I better fade this one out before we run out of song. All right. And now only 2 songs remain on your countdown.
And number 2 is from a band that should have been in the crap of Michael Jackson in the first round in the Legends section, but guys didn't vote for them. Unfortunately.
It ran him into a tie, if you remember.
He went to the tie.
And then only the seed saved Michael from them. Yeah.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm talking about Tears for Fears, and the song is Shout.
All right. Well, Joe and I, super familiar with this song. Joe?
Love it, love it, love it.
Right. And this was the one we used this in side A, I think, because
I believe so.
We then had to use Head Over Heels in the Legends bracket. And
it still almost won.
And it still almost won. And Head Over Heels is my preferred of their songs, but not as popular. Alejandro, what's your experience with these guys?
Well, I have a pretty big experience with them because the thing in Argentina, when we finish high school, we go on a field trip with no professors, no teachers. Like it's an kind of an end of the experience of the high school experience trip, and we go to a beautiful city in Patagonia in the south called Bariloche. I'm sure if any person from Argentina is listening, he or she would say, "Yeah, Bariloche." And so. Basically, all over years, this beautiful city will be filled with high school seniors and high school graduates, like partying and going through the city and going to nightclubs and enjoying. We'd go for a week. And the year that we went with my friends, when we graduated high school, was 1985, and Shout was this song of the moment. Like, it was the most popular song. So basically, this song has a lot of experiential memories and experiential value.
Yes.
So they represent that really happy time in my life.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we do something similar in America that we call spring break. It sounds like he's describing spring break, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Joe, you went on a big spring break trip. You were talking about experience.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the song that is like stuck in my head from that one is "Funky Cold Medina." So it's not quite as poignant.
No, Shout is classic and beautiful, and
yeah, I mean, it's so straightforward. Like, shout. I mean, it's a command.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's a great choice for number 2. That big hit from Songs from the Big Chair.
And I wonder what artist made it to number 1. I don't know.
Yeah, wow. I wonder which artist we will find at number 1. Why don't you tell us?
Well, it's In Excess, of course. What other artist could it be? In Excess, and the song is New Sensation.
From Kick, that giant album we've been talking about for a while now.
Live
All right. Well, talk to us about this one.
It's in excess. I mean, what else can you say?
So Joe and I also love In Excess.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Denny, maybe not as much. I don't think he hates them, but he definitely did not want them to beat Bruce Springsteen.
I think he pretends to hate them, but he really loves them.
He really loves them deep down.
I think he feels like Kick is overrepresented in their popular music, and that there's more out there than just that one album.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, it's true. There is. Now, tell us, is In Excess just your favorite band? Are they huge in Argentina?
They are huge. Yeah. I mean, they are one of my top-notch bands. They are one of my personal favorites, especially in popular, like real massive pop music, and particularly during the 80s. I mean, I talked about them before. Not only the music, the look, and the videos, and everything about In Excess. It's basically so cool and so much fun. And I love the In Excess from the 90s too, like Welcome to Wherever You Are and Elevated Weighted, like all kinds of albums. But this particular song and Kick, I mean, it was like the best during that time. I mean,
so
everybody
good.
knew it. So if you ask a guy or a girlfriend or a woman from the 80s that was a teenager or a young person during the 80s about In Excess, they would say, yes, of course. I mean, you're one of the best bands.
Che,
of course, Mato Mil. Pero por supuesto, man. O sea, obvio.
Man, yeah, I really like the Welcome to Wherever You Are album. Also, the song Beautiful Girl on there is one of my favorite In Excess tracks.
That's a great tune.
Yeah. He just had a way, Michael had just a presence and a way of creating a mood, with all those songs. And did you see them live? Ale, did you ever go see them?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have the chance, no.
Yeah, neither did I. Just curious. But you own these albums, I assume you picked them all
yes,
up?
I own this, and I love X. That's kind
The
of
next one.
album.
Yeah.
I love a song called Disappear.
Oh, sure. Disappear's
really
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's my favorite album.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. All right. Well, there you go. Joe, any comments on this top 10 list that we've just listened to?
I think that's a real solid list of 80s songs. There's not a Party All the Time in it.
There's no Jets in there.
No.
The one thing I will say is none of our 4 legend bracket owners are represented here. No Prince, no Michael Jackson, no Madonna, no Bruce Springsteen.
It's true.
Were those artists big in your time there, or not as big? Or were they just kind of also artists?
They were. I mean, they were. I assume they were quite big, so I wanted to get a better, different representation of the decade.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. Whatever you may think of him, it was huge during the 80s and 90s here.
Of course.
That's extremely popular. Madonna, also. Bruce Springsteen, not as much, but it was quite popular too. Particularly Dancing in the Dark was like, because of the video and the song. But the important thing I think about Bruce are the lyrics, and a lot of them get lost in translation. So
yes,
why that popular over here? And Prince still is. I mean, it wasn't that popular in the 80s. I guess it was more popular in the 90s.
Okay.
For some reason. Mm-hmm. But for example, Purple Rain still plays on local radio here. You can listen, not all the time, but you can listen to that song. Or Money Don't Matter Tonight. It's a song that would play quite often. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Madonna, of course. Madonna was in Córdoba in like about 7 years ago. It was fun. It was funny because it was one of her last shows of the tour that she was making, and for some reason the whole video system collapsed like 20 minutes into the show.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was awful for her and for the audience. I wasn't there, but Monica was, and she told me. And the thing is, since it was one of her last shows, she decided to stay until the whole problem was fixed. And in the meantime, she just went on the stage and started singing a cappella and interacting with the audience. So she showed like a different face of what Madonna usually is.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's
Intimate look.
very
And
A
intimate.
material girl.
a very rare kind of behind all that production kind of look.
So that's another memory of Madonna in the 10 years ago, like 7 or 8 years ago.
What are your feelings of Madonna playing in the what is her Oscar-nominated film, Evita?
Evita.
Do you have any feelings about Evita and Madonna?
She should have gotten dialect coach. Yeah, that would have been like a nice thing to do, especially if you come all the way to Argentina to play a historic character, not just a fictional
Right.
character, but like a person that left its mark. She should have gotten a couple of lessons in coach, and instead of saying Buenos Aires, she could have said Buenos Aires.
Iris. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
just
instead of
spend
saying
a
"Don't
few.
cry for me, Argentina," she could have said "Don't cry for me, Argentina."
Argentina,
Very nice.
right? I see what you're saying. Yeah. I figured I was waiting to ask you that one. I'm like, it's a movie about your country, and Madonna is in it. Yeah,
She was fine, though. I mean, she's a celebrity, so I guess she helped to get the movie made.
Was the
that's
movie big in Argentina? Like, did you go see that
No.
film?
Not really. It wasn't a flop, but no. But up until now, because we're going to talk about this in a couple of minutes. But during a certain period of time in Argentina, the musical play was forbidden, was censored, so it was never on stage. And nowadays, it's not relevant anymore.
Right.
But that was kind of the situation. I mean, it was the first time that we could listen or watch a movie based on the play. So there was certain curiosity about it, but it faded pretty quickly.
Right. So, I want to point out here, Keith, you're not the only one with a dear friend from Argentina.
That's true.
We have made frequent reference to my friend Alfredo, who came to live with my family in 1988 for my senior year of high school. He was there the whole time and came straight to rural Berlin Center, Ohio, or Patmos, as the case may be. From Buenos Aires.
Oh.
So from the biggest city in Argentina to a tiny crossroads in rural Ohio, the culture shock was intense.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that you're a hip urbane teenager. You're taking trains and buses to go hang out at cafes and discuss philosophy with your friends, and then you're in Ohio. Going to a Friday night football game and watching people, with chaw in their mouth, spit on the sideline
With 100 people instead of thousands of people at a football game or something, right?
Crazy.
Yeah, big change of lifestyle for him. And
100%.
You exposed him, though, to 80s music, right?
I did. And you would think that he would have exposed me to some Argentinian pop music from the 80s, but in fact, he did not. He did bring some music that he gave to me, but it was not any of the acts we're going to be talking about in this show. What he brought me was a cassette of Astor Piazzolla, which is great, but Piazzolla is the master of tango. And
Alejandro, for those of you listening, is nodding.
Yeah, Piazzolla. I mean, he's such a tremendous artist. His music is beautiful. Mm-hmm.
It is, and to me, that was kind of all I knew about Argentinian music. Was that, which again is great because he's spectacular. For Americans, if you've seen the Bruce Willis movie 12 Monkeys, they used Piazzolla in the score for that.
No.
And it's if you don't know Piazzolla, seek him out because it's really great music.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a song, but I don't remember the name by what's the name of this Grace Jones called Libertango, which is the music is by Piazzolla. I think it's inspired by Piazzolla. I don't think he wrote the song, but it has some Piazzolla elements in it. Libertango. So
Cool. I will seek that out.
Nice.
But when I was in Spain this summer, we visited Alfredo and his fella in Malaga, where they have an apartment. They live a little farther away, but they have a place in Malaga. So we went there, and I took the time to ask Alfredo his memories of 80s music in the U.S. and in Argentina. And we have now this was in a coffee shop, so there's a lot of background noise.
Yeah. I cut off the beginning and end where you're kind of prompting him, but here's him in his own words. Here's what he remembers. All right, here we go.
I remember Michael Jackson, Madonna. I also remember White Snake because you were putting it on the TV the whole day. And Aerosmith, a lot of Aerosmith. I could also say that I learned English with Aerosmith.
But do you have still a deep appreciation of Aerosmith?
Oh, yes. That's very sensitive.
Yeah.
The lyrics are very sensitive. Yeah. And what else? I remember In Excess.
Okay. Do you remember specific In Excess songs that you like?
Oh, yes. It's... I don't remember that. Oh, now I don't remember the name of the songs. But
Like kept up with them.
oh, yes. I know the whole lyrics of them, but I cannot bring it up to the memory right now. It's... Some of us don't know why. That one, yeah, that I'm... All of us have wings, but some of us don't know why. That's... And...
Never tear us apart.
Yeah, that's right. I also remember liking George Michael, What You Didn't, and not much more, I guess. That's... No.
So you remember Madonna? What Madonna songs in particular did you like?
Well, it's not something that I especially like, but I remember her. She was so famous. But Papa Don't Preach, for instance, it was a very famous one, and overall Michael Jackson, for good or bad, Michael Jackson. That's.
What about 80s pop in Argentina? Do you remember like the big groups you remember from Argentina?
In the 80s,
Yeah.
I would say Charly Garcia, Fito Páez, Soda Stereo.
Did you like them or were you just...
Oh yes, I like them all. Yeah, but Charly Garcia the most. He's number one by far. He's still alive. He had so many troubles with drugs and everything, but he's still okay. He is not able to compose music any longer, but he still lives. And these three, I would say there were a lot more, of course, but that's the three I remember mostly.
All right, there you go. In his own words, Joe.
That's right. In his own words, in a very noisy coffee shop. So I apologize.
No,
for
you
the
got good
sound
audio.
quality.
You got great signal to noise ratio there. We could hear him very clearly. Alejandro, I'd love to hear what you thought of Alfredo's.
Oh, I completely agree with Alfredo. I mean, Aerosmith and, of course, Michael Jackson, Madonna, all the classics. In Excess, of course. And basically, like the holy trinity of pop music in Argentina in the 80s, which is Charly. We're going to talk about Charly in this episode, of course, quite a lot. Soda Stereo. And Fito Páez, he's extremely popular, but it's not included in this region that we're going to play about music from Argentina, because in my opinion, he wasn't that popular in the 80s. I mean, he came like a rock star in the 90s, but that's debatable. I mean, he was around in the 80s, but for me, there were bigger artists in that era.
It's the very
totally debatable.
It's the very same argument that Joe and I, or Denny and Joe, or Denny and I, or many of us have had already about, I think of them as more of a 90s person, like with They Might Be Giants or whatever, you know. But so when you start the 80s-ist Argentina, you can have these arguments with your co-host.
Of course, and you will be, of course, guest stars. On the show.
Now you think I'm joking, Joe, but Alejandro is going to be our first franchisee.
I love that idea.
We're closing the contract right now, like discussing details with our lawyers and stuff. But that's the idea.
Alejandro will be the Joe, and what's your friend's name?
Marco.
Marco will be the Keith because he's the guy with the sound studio. And so
I could not love that idea more.
I said we'll give him all of our songs, you know, like our theme song, all of our bumpers. If he wants them, he can have. He does, you know, this one.
I love it.
He says he loves that song, and I said, you know, but he had never heard it before. Our stupid bumper was the first time he ever heard Dino.
I thought it was Marky Mark.
I can see that. I can see that totally. But yeah, so we'll give it all to you. You know, anything you want. You can take it,
guys.
So
we'll make it happen.
Well, Joe, thank Alfredo for participating, and
I'll pass that along.
Or Alfredo, if you're listening right now,
he's not.
Okay. I miss you, pal. Anyway, he is not. All right.
He's not like a serious guy that has a lot of things going on and no time whatsoever to listen to an 80s podcast.
In English.
He's very serious.
Sure. He's from Buenos Aires. I mean,
yeah, that says it all.
From Córdoba.
All right. Well, moving right along here. We had a brief. We've got a brief. We're going to run through this one quickly, but
super quickly. Yeah.
We have got a top 5. I always, throughout the seasons, have been. Alejandro and I have joked in the comments about various songs being songs that he would make out with girls to these various songs. There is big make-out songs, I would say, because he was such a Casanova, and he would be making out with all the ladies. So Alejandro actually made me a top 5 make-out songs 80s edition list.
Nice.
Yeah, but the thing, Keith, that I was only projecting myself, but the real Casanova was our friend Guillermo.
Yes, Guillermo, another student of ours from Emerson College in the early 90s. And he was what town was he from?
Córdoba, too.
He was also from your town. Okay.
Córdoba. Yeah,
the Córdoba to Boston pipeline was strong.
It was wide open, yeah.
Yeah.
And he is really, when we want to think about it, you and I are both these very alto, very flaco, tall, thin kind of guys that, whereas Guillermo's got the beautiful hair, and he's
Robert Redford hair.
Redford
that's
hair.
the level of hair that he had.
And
Robert Redford blonde kind of hair.
He was more compact than us, and you know, maybe had a body that women were more interested in, right? And a face.
Tennis player.
Yes. So very handsome. If you're listening, Guillermo, I'd love to catch up with you at some point as well. But these are probably the songs he made out to,
of course,
in the 80s. All right.
So should we play them?
Yes, let's play them. Go ahead and call them out, and I'll play a little piece of them.
Okay, number 5 is by Tracy Chapman. Baby, Can I Hold You?
I'm going to jump to some.
Sorry is all that you can say.
What a voice.
I tell you.
Years gone by and still.
I'm going for, here we go, going for the chorus.
But you can say, baby, baby, can I hold you
there you go. Make-out song of the 80s.
Great choice.
Number 5 was Tracy Chapman. What do you got in at number 4?
Number 4 is by Mr. Phil Collins, and it's One More Night.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
great makeup song, yeah.
Now, is there a specific part of it that you'd like to make out to?
No, that's the whole song. I mean, the continuous.
I mean,
makeup
if you're only
section.
making out to part of it, you're not doing it.
You're not doing it right. All right, there you go. There's your number 4.
Should we move to number 3?
Oh, number 3 is a big one in America for sure.
Classic.
It was featured in side B, I think. It's
Yep.
it's Berlin. Take My Breath Away.
The big iconic Top Gun love theme. Just make the final 4 of side B, I think.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Giorgio Moroder.
And here's the definitely 80s listeners very familiar with this one.
Absolutely.
By the way, I'll ask you this question at the end of the countdown. I have a question for you. I got to remember to ask. But number 2, what's number 2 on your list?
Number 2, it's Joe's personal favorite. It's Bryan Adams' Heaven.
Sorry.
Oh yes. I'll tell you what. I would put this one on my list too, Alejandro, for sure.
Just listen to the song. Here, so majestic.
So majestic. And then, of course, young and wild and free. I mean, yeah, every girl wants to feel that way when making out with Alejandro.
Young and wild and free.
Here's the big one right here. I mean, lying here in my arms, he's narrating the makeout session.
I mean,
All right.
song. I mean,
So
what-
that would be on my list. I think these last 2, Take My Breath Away, and this would have made my list also. I'm not so sure about your number 1 on my list, but hey, it's your country, it's your list. Tell me your number 1.
It's my makeout. It's my
Yeah.
makeout choice.
It's your makeout choice, bro. You do what you want.
Number 1 is by the one and only George Michael, and it's One More Try.
Oh, yeah. Now that it's playing, I see the draw of it. Yeah. I'm gonna jump into good makeout pacing here,
Yeah, I mean, start slow and then like just explode.
and then it builds to a crescendo,
A climax, if you
a
will.
climax.
Like Screw Careless Whisper, this should have been the song that represented your Michael in that.
This you would like this over Careless Whisper.
Yeah, this was
Because
the
Careless
one.
Whisper to you was boring, and
Yeah.
this song was sensual.
Sensual, sensuous, and sensual, and makeup worthy.
There you go. Those are Alejandro's top 5 makeout songs, 80s edition. Now,
And we love you, Guillermo. And this top 5 is dedicated to you, man.
that's right. Yes,
Che
Guillermo.
Guillermo, este es tu top 5.
Che Guillermo. Question for both of you, gentlemen. Well, first, Joe.
Yes.
Joe, have you ever made out to any of those songs that you can remember?
No.
That's a hard no.
Hard no.
All right, Alejandro, my question for you is, does your wife like any of these songs?
Of course, and in that order. I mean, the answer to the question is yes.
So this is
And the
also,
order is basically from 5 to 1.
she loves all of these songs.
All of them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
She's
good.
listening right now. So,
So this is
Monica,
actually just like your good time playlist.
You say that she's listening right now?
I'm sure she's listening. So, Monica, dear, this is for you.
I should have been speaking a little more slowly for Monica.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, she has to make the effort.
Excellent. Okay, so that little bit of fun, and now we're gonna just chat for a little bit about some of the songs and the artists that were the biggest to you, and we're gonna play a little game. But before we discuss your artists, what did you want to tell us about a little bit?
Of course. Well, first of all, I'm so happy to be able to have a chance to present these songs that are really dear to me, that are cherished by me and for a whole generation too. And yeah, when I was thinking about this particular segment, I thought that you guys should have some context about what was happening in Argentina in the late 70s and in the early 80s. And basically, there are three things that you need to know. The first thing is that from 1976 to 1983, Argentina lived under a really brutal military dictatorship known as El Proceso, or La Dictadura. And the thing is, this is kind of tragic. I mean, like an estimated 30,000 people disappeared. And when we talk about disappearing, It's like basically an euphemism to say that they were kidnapped and tortured and murdered, basically. Dissidents and students and social workers and journalists and anyone who dared to take a stand and to declare that a better life was supposed to be lived in Argentina at the time.
That is so Joe, is that like making the hair stand up on the back of your neck? Because that's the beginnings of what's starting.
I think that's aspirational for our current administration. Yeah,
I think that's how he'd like it to be. But sorry to interrupt. Please go ahead, man.
Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, because there are some liaisons to be made, like some points in common. But this was particularly brutal. I mean, particularly brutal. But the thing is, during the time, rock music became kind of resistance, like a space for resistance.
Okay.
So. I mean, you couldn't protest directly because, I mean, you would basically disappear. They would come to your house in the middle of the night and take you, and your family would never hear from you again. That's as crude and raw as it seems. That's what was happening. But we found in rock and in pop like a way of expressing ourselves as a nation, and really talented people like Charly and the band Serú Girán, or even Fito, starting developing lyrics that were cryptical, but at the same time very political, and they talked about the things that were happening in a way that it was more subtle, but at the same time very specific and very clear about what was happening. So that's the first thing when you listen to 80s Argentine pop music or rock music. That's the first thing you have to know. Like El Proceso, La Dictadura. That's the first thing that happened.
It was definitely not. You're coming out of some dark times, really.
Yeah, really dark times. And the other thing, in 1982, fortunately, this dictadura was coming to an end. But Galtieri, which was president at the time, had no better idea than to invade the Malvinas Islands. These are two islands that are located in the south of Argentina. They belong to Argentina. Let's get political here, but they are they were invaded by the UK in 1833, and now they belong to the United Kingdom. This was of course, this military expedition was a disaster. I mean, it lasted for, I think, 3 months. We lost lives of innocent soldiers that were sent there just to fight. And that was another tragedy. The thing that happened there is that, of course, we were at war with England, which was like really something stupid a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But of course, songs in English were forbidden, and radios would play songs in Spanish, and they would play Argentine rock and pop. So that's another thing that you need to know about that.
So during those early years of the 80s, you were not hearing any of the stuff we were hearing.
Well, this so-called war lasted only for 3 months.
Oh, only 3 months. Okay.
Yeah, but during that time, we could only listen to songs in Spanish. So they had no other choice just to start playing on the radio songs by Charly and Serú Girán and Spinetta that were at the same time very critical, right?
Yeah.
So that's the second thing that you need to know, regarding the context of the songs. There's happiness at the end. There's a happy ending to this whole tragedy that I was talking about, because in 1983, finally, the dictadura fell and democracy came back to our beloved country, and people started losing inhibitions, and there was the opportunity to express themselves in a more free way and to talk about things that we weren't able to talk before. And this is called El Destape, which is something like the liberation, something like that. It's very similar to what happened to Spain when Franco fell and there was democracy again. So we call the Destape this era when, people were free and they could express themselves, and gay people could talk openly about their preferences. And for example, we didn't have divorce until 1985, so people couldn't get divorced basically in Argentina in 1983.
Wow.
So these topics became a subject of conversation, right? Topics that were out of the table, that couldn't be discussed on on media or in houses, began being discussed. And this was a really creative era for music, for theater, for films, for literature, and music, and particularly pop music benefited a lot from this. So for example, you will hear Los Abuelos de la Nada, which is one of the bands that is super splashy and fun and energetic, because it symbolizes this particular era, the return to democracy and the return to hope and the return to having a place to say things and to express points
and
of view.
That era was called El Destape, is that right?
El Destape, that's right. It's like when you're repressed and all of a sudden, just get rid of all the inhibitions and start talking and expressing yourself and singing. Mm-hmm.
I know
there was a lot of nudity in movies.
Yes, that's awesome. We love those.
And in magazine covers, if any people from Argentina is and from the 80s is listening now, you will remember, guys, a magazine called Libre, which had a girl barely clothed in the front page, because you could do that.
Because now you can.
You could show naked people, barely dressed people in the cover of magazine.
We had that later. It was called Maxim.
Yes, Maxim for men.
Maxim.
That's right.
Oh man. So what you have done for us is you actually assembled a playlist of 32 songs for us. But we realized last night, getting ready for this show, it's going to make the show way too long if we talk about all 8 artists and 32 songs. So we're going to talk about the 4 basically pillars, just like we have our Madonna, Springsteen, Prince, and Michael Jackson. These 4 are at least in your opinion, and apparently also Alfredo's opinion, at least a couple of these are the biggest artists in your country at that time, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And so we have 4 of these artists, and then we have a few songs from each of them that Joe and I have already listened to before the show. And I guess what we're going to do is tell you our favorite song by each artist.
Okay.
Maybe we'll play a little snippet of the ones we liked, and then you can tell us if we're right or wrong about whether that's your favorite or not.
Sure.
And if Joe gets it right or I get it right, we'll get a point each.
Great.
And whoever gets the most points will win this ridiculous little game. But Let's start off with Charly Garcia. Now give us a brief
Sure.
outline of who he was.
Of course, it's the number one seed. It's like Charly Garcia, it's Prince plus Bruce plus John Mellencamp plus, I don't know, Madonna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's one of the most iconic figures in Argentine rock. He was in a band called Serú Girán in the late 70s and the early 80s, and this was a superstar super lineup. It was like traveling Wilburys of Argentina, like they were an all-star cast, and he stood up because he was a composer, and then he started a solo career, and he's been like really prolific ever since. So I mean, Charly in Argentina starts from the early 70s and it goes on until now. For example, like 2 weeks ago, he released a collaboration with Sting called In the City. You can listen to it on Spotify. Spotify. And the thing is, he doesn't have a voice anymore. I mean, his singing is bad. It's not good at all. But he's Charly. I mean, he's Charly, and the song is great, and Sting is in it, and we just listen to it because he's Charly, and he deserves all our respect.
It really sounds like he's kind of your Bob Dylan.
It is. Yeah, he's a terrific songwriter too. Terrific. And he has absolute ear, so he can identify any note and any given situation, and that drives him crazy because basically he hears music all the time. So
wow.
So that's hard. It's kind of hard to sustain on a daily basis, and he's wonderful. I mean, you should, if you're interested in Charly, you should watch a documentary series by National Geographic called Bios, like biographies. And there's one on Charly, hosted by Julieta Venegas, who is a Mexican singer. She's wonderful too. She's more contemporary. She's like 30 years old or something. I think she's living in Buenos Aires right now. And they tell the story of Charly, and there are a couple of really nice interviews, so you can learn a lot about him just watching that.
Excellent.
Piece.
If you give me a link to that, I will post it in the post that goes along with this show. But
okay.
So you gave us 4 of Charly's best songs, because Charly has, it sounds like, dozens and dozens of songs.
I remember at one point over the last year, I shared you a playlist on Spotify with Charly songs, and they were like, I don't know, 140.
I have that Charly Garcia discografia in orden chronologico, so chronological order. And as I scroll through it, I'll tell you, I have not listened to this entire thing because there are 294 songs on it. Come on,
Great
man.
Moogly.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
So give us the titles of the 4 songs that you gave us so that I don't butcher the pronunciation of them.
Okay.
No, I want you to take a shot at it, Keith.
I want you to take a shot at it, Joe. No, it's
whatever you guys like. I can then say it the way I would say it.
Here we go. The first song, I'll say it, then you correct it. Nos siguen pegando abajo.
Good, that's pretty good. Nos siguen pegando abajo. Basically, it would translate as they keep us kicking us from the ground, or something like that.
Oh, nice.
And the songs, it represents a moment, like a particular situation where a guy is on the floor and continues to be being kicked at.
Gotcha.
By some
Okay.
guys.
And we also have Yo no quiero volverme tan loco.
Awesome. That's great. That's great pronunciation. Yo no quiero volverme tan loco. That's right. I don't want to go that crazy.
The next one, Los Dinosaurios.
The dinosaurs, los dinosaurios. Good.
And finally, Raros Peinados Nuevos. Raros.
No, it's like rural. Peinados nuevos. Yes, like strange new haircuts.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
Or hairdos.
All right. I've read them. Joe, what was your favorite of these 4 songs?
Of these 4 songs, the one I liked the most was Yo no quiero volverme tan loco.
All right. Here's a little
Great
bit
choice. Actually, it's a duet with León Gieco, which is a really interesting artist from the 70s and 80s. Still relevant. He's still making music.
Yo no quiero volverme tan loco. Yo no quiero vestirme de rojo. Yo no quiero morir en el mundo.
So there's a little taste of that. That's the one Joe liked. My favorite was I liked Nos Siguen Pegando Abajo. It was
I
kind of
like the bass in this song.
yeah, it's got this cool guitar and like all this 80s like synth.
This seems like a song that would be your favorite.
Right? And let me get to some lyrics.
Yeah, actually, this song and this whole album was recorded in New York City. And like what you said in the opening of the show. At a studio called Electric Lady in New York City.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And it was mixed and produced by Joe Blaine, who is an engineer that worked with The Clash. And
Oh, wow.
he
Cool.
became like a really close collaborator of Charly over the years.
Awesome.
Yeah, I dug this hook back here. Like, he's almost got the delivery of Argentine Billy Joel here.
I can see that.
Yeah. All right, so those are the songs that Joe and I chose as our favorites.
Great choices. I mean, you can't go wrong with Charly. Great
But
choices.
did we go wrong?
But you have Yo No Quiero Volverme Tan Loco, which is from 1981, I think. It's an album from Charly called Yendo de la Cama al Living, like going from the bed to the living room. It's basically the translation of the album. It's a great album. It was his first solo album after years with Serú Girán, so it's a great choice. And it's a duet with León Gieco, which is like another great artist, so it's a great choice. And Nos Siguen Pegando Abajo, it took a while to catch up in Argentina, because when Charly released this album, like Clics Modernos, everybody was expecting like this profound and political album, and he came with this like drum machines and music boxes and stuff, but that wasn't quite understood at the very beginning, but eventually could happen. And if you listen to Nos Siguen Pegando Abajo up to this point, like a kid, a 10-year-old kid would instantly recognize that it's Charly and it's the song. It's that relevant to this. But it's not my choice.
Oh!
No. Do you guys want to know what I choose?
Please.
Yes, which one?
My choice is Los Dinosaurios.
Here we go. I'll give you a
Just
little of
listen
that.
to the piano. Maybe I can translate a little bit of the lyrics.
Sure, let me get there.
I mean, your friends from the neighborhood can disappear. The singers on the radio can disappear too.
Ah,
The people in the newspapers can disappear too. The person that you love can disappear. People in the air can disappear in the air. People in the street can disappear in the street. But the dinosaurs will disappear. Dinosaurs are the dictators. Dinosaurs will disappear. I mean, everybody can disappear, but the dinosaurs will disappear.
oh,
eventually.
that's great. Okay.
All right. Well, now I'm changing my vote.
Yeah, wow. And this is so much more profound than I realized. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a great song. I mean, it's like, woof, like it speaks of an era, basically.
And that's
Yeah.
also from Clics Modernos.
Mm-hmm. Like
And,
it's the political song.
That's the big political one.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
an anthem.
I'm gonna send you a song that Van Halen did in the late '90s where they blatantly, seemingly steal that piano bit, and I'll send it to you, and you tell me if you think it's a ripoff or not. Yeah. Anyway, that's Charly Garcia for you, and there are obviously hundreds of great Charly Garcia songs to choose from.
My friends would say, "Why didn't you choose like Piano Bar, or why didn't you choose like I don't know?"
We know that pain.
We know
what
that
that's
feeling
like.
exactly, buddy. Like that's why we for Legends Only.
Legends Only.
Thank you, Joseph. That's why we did that big long set of choices where the listeners picked.
Mhm.
Yeah, to get people off our fucking backs.
Yeah. Anyway,
I appreciate it as a fan of the podcast, having the chance to
so
choose.
let's move on as we are, we're starting to run out of time. So let's move on to our next artist from you, and that is
Soda Stereo. A lot of people would argue that Soda Stereo should be at the top of the list because they are really, really popular, not only in Argentina, but in all of South America. I mean, if you ask a person from Ecuador about Soda Stereo, they would say, of course, I mean, they are the best. And if you ask a person in Mexico, in Spain, in Chile, in Paraguay, they would definitely know Soda Stereo, and they would definitely listen to Soda Stereo and love Soda Stereo. So it's the most international band of all the lot.
For our listeners, this band is spelled, if we were reading it in English, Soda Stereo, but it's not pronounced that way in Spanish. But what does that mean in Spanish? Does it mean anything?
No, I don't think it means anything. The thing about Soda Stereo, that if you look, maybe we can post a video on Substack,
sure,
because they look really cool, and I mean their influences were like new wave, like English new wave. So they had this whole thing with the hair.
Oh, they had the hair. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and the hair and the makeup and the style and the look. And Gustavo Cerati, which is the leader, he passed away. He OD'd 15 years ago, and he was in a coma for years, poor thing, and eventually he passed away. And he was super cool, and he studied advertising before being a rock star, so he knew how to present himself and how to write lyrics and how to build a persona.
That's excellent. All right, so these guys, you gave us 4, and I assume there are many for them as well. And of these 4 songs, Sobredosis de TV. Would you say TV or TV?
TV. No, so in this case, it's Spanish, so it's Sobredosis de TV. That's
okay.
Right.
I didn't know if you might change it to be English sounding, but I guess television and television, you would make them both TV, TV, yeah.
So this is basically TV overdose.
Okay.
That would be the translation.
I got it. The next one, Nada Personal. Nothing personal?
Nothing personal. That's right. That's correct.
Look at me, Joe, translating things on the fly.
You're so international.
Oh, wow. I love this song. But yeah, Trátame Suavemente.
Trátame Suavemente. Good. That's Treat Me Gentle.
Yes.
Gently, sorry.
So Rico Suave, the guy who in the 90s had that song, Suave means soft?
Soft, yeah.
Or gentle?
Rico Suave, yeah.
So why, if you were trying to be a tough guy, why would you name yourself Richard Soft? Dick Soft.
He's suave with girls. He's like smooth and suave.
Okay, all right. And then finally, de música ligera.
That's really hard to translate, but I think it would translate as something like of light music, something
okay.
like that. It's kind of difficult to translate, but I would say of light music.
So I will say, of the 4, that this was my favorite group to listen to.
Same. So, I really dug these guys.
Yeah, so I had more difficulty picking one, but Joe, talk to me about which one you liked, and I'll play a little bit of it.
My favorite was the first on the list, Sobredosis de TV.
All right, here we go. And well pronounced, Joe.
Very well.
I'm going to jump to some lyrics. Oh, wait, but we got a cool can hear that synth.
It's a power trio, so it's basically guitar and bass and drums.
Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going to jump ahead. Oh, here we are.
This is Cerati's voice. It has this particular voice. Great choice, Joe.
Thank you. So there is, here we go. Let me get to here's the, I guess what is probably the chorus. I'm not able to resist. I don't want to be able to resist.
I don't want to resist. Yeah, I don't think I can resist.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a cool song. I do like this band.
Yeah, it's a really cool song.
I really liked Trátame Suavemente, but the song I picked for my choice is actually de música ligera. This song just flat out rocks.
This is from 1990, actually, so it's like just in the edge.
Just a little recorded in the 80s.
Great choice, too.
Ella durmió al calor de las masas.
The chorus of the song is awesome.
Queriendo soñarla.
All right, let me go to what I think is probably the chorus here.
No le enviaré cenizas de rosas. Ni pienso evitar un roce secreto.
Here comes the chorus.
I was singing this one to myself today while I was exercising, and I was like, I don't know the words. But anyway, that was my choice.
Good.
Now,
Excellent choice, you guys.
Alejandro, tell us, did one of us get a point today or no?
Actually, yes, because my favorite song of this slot is the música ligera, too.
Yes! I score a point. All right.
Well done.
And it would translate like the chorus, like from that lab of light music, nothing remains. Like that would be the translation.
Very cool. Yeah.
Great song. Yeah,
great song.
Band too.
And now we'll move on to number 3. What's our third?
Serú Girán, which is a completely made-up name, and as I told you guys, it's like a superstar lineup. It featured Charly Garcia, the leader and the composer, David Lebón, who was lead singer, Pedro Aznar, the bass player. He actually went to Boston to study music, and he left the band, and the band just disappeared when Pedro decided to study music and be a nerd instead of being a rock and pop superstar.
Oh, that's great.
And Oscar Mojo, which is the drum player. And basically, Serú Girán is more of the late 70s. And actually, I'm cheating here because two of the songs are from 1979 instead of the 80s. But
I could hear that, actually.
Yeah.
But nobody needs to know, right?
No, we don't have to tell. All right, so we had 4 songs from Serú Girán, and we had Seminare.
It's a made-up name. It doesn't mean anything.
Great.
Seminare. It's like Serú Girán. Doesn't mean anything. Seminare.
We had
it's a beautiful ballad. It's such a beautiful ballad.
It is. I mean, I can always play like little bits of the ones we didn't choose. I should have thought of that. But we have La Grasa de las Capitales.
That would translate the the grease of capitalism or something like that. It talks about this culture, like it's so relevant today, like this culture where everybody, it's all about appearances and nothing has like really a deeper meaning. I mean, it's all
the 80s was known for that kind of in America, as well, with the whole, if you've heard the term yuppie culture, right? Okay, the third song was, let's see, ¿Cuánto tiempo más llevará?
¿Cuánto tiempo más llevará? It's kind of a question, right?
How much longer will you cry?
No, that would be llorará.
Lloro, yes, okay. This is
like how much longer will it take? Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
And then the fourth song that you nominated for us was Peperina.
Peperina, basically, it's an herb that you put on mate. Mate is like our national drink.
Okay.
So peperina, it's like thyme or I don't know, rosemary.
In our yes, got it. Okay. Very
so
good.
Peperina basically refers to that, and it's the name of a female journalist that dared to give Serú Girán a bad review, so they wrote a song for her, but it's not a really pleasant song.
That's funny. All right, Joe, talk to me about which one you picked.
I liked Peperina, actually. That was my favorite of the four.
All right, let me play a little of Peperina.
That's Charly. Let me tell you a good story about a girl that did a great story, being a part of rock and roll, drinking tea of Peperina. She was such a hillbilly. She didn't have what it takes for the big city.
Oh, man.
They didn't like the girl, poor girl.
Let's see, did we say...
And this is a good part.
Yes,
I love you, I hate
that.
you, give me more.
I love you, I hate you, give me more.
Give me more.
I love it. All right, so there's a little Peperina.
Peperina, good.
And then I chose ¿Cuánto tiempo más llevará?
That's an interesting selection, kid.
I know. I dug it. I'm going to jump ahead to...
That's David Lebón. That's not Charly singing, but David Lebón. David got married like 4 days ago. He's a newlywed.
Oh, wow. And
it's a beautiful song.
It gets...
Yeah, David has such a unique voice too.
So that was the one that hit me. I liked these guys a lot, and now I realize they're a super group. I guess now I know why. Now you tell us, Ale, did one of us get the right answer?
And the answer is no. I'm sorry. Because my favorite, but it's a chance to listen to another song from Serú Girán. It's La Grasa de las Capitales.
This one sounded vaguely Queenish.
Yes, I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Who cares about your ideals? Who gives a shit about your song? Degrees of capitalism.
Covers your heart?
Covers your heart.
My Spanish lessons are paying off.
Good.
Well done.
And then, yeah.
And it has to rap at some point. I don't know the exact time, but...
What'd you say?
It has a rapping
It
moment.
does, yeah, I caught that.
Right. Let's see if I can I jump in that?
There you go. That's another slang from the 80s. No se banca, like I can stand it. No me lo banco.
I can't take
no
anymore.
Me lo banco, it's I can take it. I can take it. I can stand it. No lo banco, no se banca más. That's a good piece of slang to
That's excellent. Well, right now I have 1 point. Joe has 0 points. We're failing miserably. We're almost out of time here, so we're going to go right to our the final artist that we're going to talk about. Please introduce them to us briefly.
Yeah, remember, guys, that I was talking about the return of democracy and in 1993 and Destape and freedom and this explosion of joy and good humor. And this is what Los Abuelos de la Nada represents. This is another super band. It has like 3 soloists. The leader of the band is Miguel Abuelo, but there's also Andrés Calamaro, which is a singer too, and Basta Rica, who is also a singer.
Is his name really Abuelo, like grandfather?
Yeah, but I think it was a made-up name.
Like a stage name? Okay.
It's like Joey Ramone.
Yes, okay, because their name means like the grandparents of nothing.
Of nothing, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. Or the grandparents of the void, maybe.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. I like that better.
That would be another translation. And sadly, Miguel Abuelo passed away like in the 90s. He had a disease and died. But they were really popular, and I loved them. I love this band. Could be argued that they shouldn't be number 4, and maybe Fito Páez could be number 4, but it's my list.
It's your list, so screw it. All right, well, the 4 songs we were given were Lunes por la Madrugada.
That's correct, like Monday, early morning.
Yes, and then Mil Horas, which means 1,000 hours?
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Right? You'll have to help me with this next one because I don't know. Himno de mi corazón. I know of my heart. I don't know.
Hymn of my heart, right?
That's correct. That's correct. That's just like Joe said.
Nice, Joe. And then finally, no se desperen.
Desesperen.
Desesperen.
No se desesperen. Like, don't despair. Like,
oh, good message.
Don't
Okay.
despair. Like, it's inspiration. Like, don't despair. Everything's gonna be fine.
All right.
That's the message of the song.
Joe, we're running out of time, so tell me, who did you pick?
The reason I knew the translation is because Himno de mi corazón was my favorite of these 4.
Ah, nice.
Good.
All right, let me get you to some of the... Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this is a good one.
This sounded so very incredibly 80s to me.
Yeah, I like it's got that anthemic quality to it.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have a chance, you should see a movie called Argentina, 1985. Tells the process of when all the military leaders from the proceso, from the dictadura, were taken to court and judged by a civil court.
Oh, I love that.
You can only dream.
And this song "Himno de Corazón" is featured heavily on the film, like in a very special part.
Oh, that's great.
If you have the chance, guys, you can always see it, and you'll notice the song in the movie.
All right, well, I will reveal that I picked Lunes por la Madrugada. So 80s sounding, and it reminded me of like a kind of almost like a Huey Lewis vibe.
Mm-hmm.
For me, a couple of their songs sounded vaguely like the Greg Kihn Band.
Yeah, okay. That's a very obscure one But yeah, this also sounds like the beginning to a morning show in the 1980s. Like, all that sax
like
and everything.
Aerobics show.
I'll jump into...
That's Miguel singing. He got a unique voice.
Yeah, so I like this one. Now you tell me... Da, da, da. I mean, it's very kind of early 80s sounding. And
it's beautiful. Good choice. Good choice.
But was it the right choice? Tell me now. What did you choose?
I have to say that one of you guys won.
Oh.
And the winner is... Himno de mi corazón. So, Joe, you have 1 point.
Yes.
We end in a tie.
We end in a 1-1 tie, but it was a lot of fun playing that with you, my friend. And
It was.
just
It was.
an absolute pleasure having you. There's a lot more music to be shared. I'm going to post Alejandro's his playlists on our
The rest
on
of
the
that playlist is so good.
yeah. I mean,
Thank you. Glad
there-
you enjoyed it.
there is some it takes a minute to get past listening in another language. It did for me. Like I was like,
yeah.
I was trying to keep up with the translation, and then I was frustrated because I couldn't. And then I was like, just forget it. Just let it happen and just enjoy the music. And yeah, and if you go at it from that perspective, it was great. So
It's great to know. So, guys, thank you so much for having me on the show. And I had a blast. I had the best of times.
It was great having you.
oh man, thank you so much, Alejandro. That was just excellent. You know, it was
100%. Yeah. I'll tell you, someday,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Argentina. I can feel it
yeah.
in my bones. And I'm going to give you a call, Alejandro, just so you know.
Yeah, I
Be
got his
ready for
number.
that.
I'll make sure that you guys maybe we'll get on there together, you know.
Say.
For Amazing Race, for instance.
But man, that would not be. I mean, you don't have time to hang out.
That's true. That's a good
You gotta
point.
get to Phil.
Good point. All right. Well, yeah, Joe, what's
Yeah.
next on this? Should we just roll
Well,
credits?
this is it. This is it.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to end the season by finding out who our winners are.
yeah, okay.
So I guess the first thing we want to do is we want to go with the winner in the duets region.
Yeah, I guess we'll build, right? We'll build to the
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff here. All right.
I like the sound of that. Okay, so here we go. In the duets region final, number 1, Easy Lover by Philip Bailey and Phil Collins, took on number 2 seed, You Got the Look by Prince and Sheena Easton. This went back and forth. After several lead changes, your winner of the duets region is... Well, it's Easy Lover by Philip Bailey and Phil Collins.
There we go. A little
Which
bit of
ended up going
that.
all the way with 62% of the vote.
62. That is, it's not obviously a blowout, but it's higher. I thought this was going to be a little closer.
It's substantial.
I
but,
actually thought
yeah.
Prince was going to walk away with this one because he's Prince.
I had no idea what was going to happen in this one. I really didn't.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. Easy Lover hangs on for the victory. Cool. All right. That's awesome, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the duets thing. And now, of course, I could just say the winner of Legends Season 3 here.
Yeah, why
but
do we do that?
And why do that? Before we reveal our Season 3 winner, this is just a reminder, because someone asked me this the other day, and I thought
Okay.
it has been a while. And so, just to remind you of who won in Season 1, Side A, which was 1980 to 1985 songs, our finishes went like this. 4, Sunglasses at Night, which was kind of a dark horse to make the final 4, honestly.
Absolutely.
3, Don't You Forget About Me. We're still thinking like, wow, that should have been in the top 2. But then again, I Melt With You was number 2. That's a great fucking
that's
song.
a worthy song.
And then our number 1, the winning song of Season 1, or Side A as we called it, was Take On Me by Aha. So that,
Yeah, of course.
that was the Season 1 winner. And in Season 2, Side B, we went from 1986 through 1989. And this one had a couple of... had a bunch of dark horses in the final 4, honestly.
I mean, it was mostly dark horses.
I was like, where did these songs come from to get to the final 4 instead of things like... anyway.
We know where they came from, Keith.
Well, I did nominate a lot of these. But the people had to vote for them. Like, I can nominate anything, and they can just say, get that shit out of here. You know, Marsteller.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
it's garbage.
But you were very persuasive, Keith.
I guess that's it. My persuasiveness brought at number 4, finishing 4th, Taylor Dane with Tell It to My Heart. That strong singing, dance loving fool, Taylor Dane. In third place, my absolute, baby of this entire show, all 3 seasons, the one I wanted to go the furthest. Third place, Send Me an Angel by Real Life. And surprisingly, Denny supported me on that one. I
gotta say that movie clip did a lot of heavy lifting. I think
it did. It did a lot of it. In second place in season 2, What's on Your Mind? Pure Energy. In a very close matchup, and the number 1 song of season 2, side B, The Promise. Man, that is a great song.
It's a great tune.
I didn't see it getting there from like an 11 seed, but
yeah.
People throw out the numbers when they like a song, I guess. So
it's true.
Who will enjoy and will join these incredibly 80s songs on our 80s-est Mount Rushmore of pop music? Well, Joe is going to tell you right now.
Here we go. The season has come to its end, and folks, this is it. In our third place matchups, this is the bronze medalist, if you will.
Yes.
We had 14 seed, the 14 seed that could
Wow.
Need You Tonight by NXS, going up against 3 seed Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. And third place is awarded to Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper with 63% of the vote.
Awesome.
That means Need You Tonight by NXS is our 4th place winner.
That is a 4th place. I do really love Time After Time. I'm glad it won something, even if it's just 3rd place here. Would have loved to see how maybe it did in the final, but
that's true. Same.
We'll never know.
Never know.
And now,
right,
Joe, I guess it's time for you to end all of the waiting and tell us who won Legends Only, the 80s-ist.
In season 3, Legends Only.
Legends Only.
The final came down to number 1 seed, Purple Rain by Prince, meeting up with number 3 seed, Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran.
Yes.
And folks, the audience has spoken. The lead changed 6 times today alone. But as of midnight, Friday, October 31st, when we froze the vote.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Our season 3 champion is a tie. God damn it.
Damn you, listeners.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
In season 3, Legends Only.
Yeah.
We have our tiebreaker, and our tiebreaker is the highest seed song winning. And folks, that means that the winner of season 3, Legends Only, is Purple Rain by Prince.
That's right. Our overall 1 seed, Duran Duran overall 10 seed. So the tiebreaker is that overall seed, and Prince takes it. Goes wire to wire from first at preseason to first at the very end.
Yeah, the stamina.
But goddamn Duran Duran for props to those guys for.
Yeah, they get a very competitive second place.
Very tight. As tight as it can get without winning.
Right. Tighter than J.D. Vance's asshole.
All right. Well, there you go, Joe. I mean, I love the Prince outcome. I love the Cyndi Lauper and third outcome. I, of course, liked either of the duets for first there. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm generally pretty happy with these outcomes. What about you?
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, I probably would have been less happy if Duran Duran had won because, man,
It's Prince.
Listen to this. Listen to this song.
I know, man. It's fucking awesome.
It is.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That is this season's results. There you go. It's over,
and
folks.
You guys can let us know what you think of these results by going to our Substack, the80s.substack.com. There's no vote this time.
No.
But you can, leave us a note about your feelings.
How do you feel about it? Right.
That's right. What emotions does this bring up for you?
Oh, man. Well, you can
happy? to make you sad.
By now, you're probably following us. There is no more playlist for me to embed here. I guess I'll embed the Final Four playlist just for the hell of it. We keep it on Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh, that was a good last one, Joe.
That's right.
Well,
Rip
guys,
Spotify whisper.
Yep, that is going to be all the time we have for this season.
Wow.
Man, will the 80sist continue on to season 4? Find out next time on the 80sist. Or find out when your podcast app doesn't pick up a new episode for over a year. And either way, until next time, on behalf of Joe Walk, this has been Keith Marsteller saying...
Keith, sorry. Actually, before we go, why don't we talk about season 4?
Oh, well, I guess we could talk about it briefly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned before kind of our thought that we're gonna do movies.
Yeah, we've talked about a bunch of stuff. We've talked about doing movies. We've talked about breaking movies into 2 seasons, like we did songs originally, Reel
That's right.
A and Reel B, or VHS, Tape A and Tape B, however you want to think of it.
Right.
Or Betamax and VHS or something.
There you go.
Anyway, so what do you think about splitting it into 2 seasons, Joe? Do you like that?
You know what? I think that's a good idea. I think, because look, there's a lot of movies in the 80s.
Yeah.
And guaranteed, if we try to do it all in one season with only 64 movies, someone's going to get their knickers in a twist because we, left out Troop Beverly Hills.
That is true. Well, if we do movies, you and I have been talking about the frequency of the podcast will have to slow down.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if we're going to try and watch movies and give real judgments, we're not going to be able to watch, what 6 movies a week?
If we did 3 shows, 6 movies a week would be rough.
Yeah, dude, I can't, I have no time to watch anything.
Right.
I got kids. I can't watch anything.
So we're gonna try and do 1 show a week for the first round, and then we'll pick it up because then we'll have watched them and toyed them, and then we can just match them up for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc.
Yeah.
So
that sounds fair.
Yeah. So then I had a thought, and I'm gonna need your input on this, and we're gonna need some fan input on this.
Right. This is where going to our Substack comes in handy.
That exactly. I found a place that'll let me throw all the movies that you and I could think of that would belong in this, like, let's say, Reel A.
Uh-huh.
And it puts them in one big long list. Like right now I got 90-some movies sitting there. And it's a list where the user, like I send a link out, any listener can go and click and drag their movies to the top, like their favorites, and put them in an order.
Okay.
And then hit submit. And if the entire listenership did this, the listenership would choose which movies made it in to Reel A.
Got it.
But I've showed this to a couple of people, and they're like, it sure seems like a lot of work.
It's a lot of holding and dragging.
It's a lot of dragging, like on your phone, you can do it with your finger and all that, but it's a long list.
Right.
It's possible that you could rank your top 20 some and then just hit submit. Something like that. If you didn't want to, there will be some folks who want to do the whole thing, I'm sure. But I wonder if it would be enough so maybe I'll put that up as a poll. Like,
I love that.
Do you want to have this power to choose the movies? Because then you and I would we're the gatekeepers. We're bringing the songs in. This season, we let people pick the song out, but we chose 4, and then we let them pick 1, right?
Right.
And then, and we determined the seeding ourselves between you and me, averaging our ratings out. So this would remove that from us and give it to them. We would just have 1 vote like anyone else.
So we don't get to keep any of the gate?
That's right. Nothing. Now, we had also talk about, since I just spoke a bunch, talk about regions how we were going to do the regions.
Well, here's the thing: is our first 2 seasons, side A and side B, we put songs into categories. So we had bands and singers and movies and foreigners.
Right, without foreigner.
Thank you, Keith. And that's great because you had kind of they had was a through line for each region.
Right.
The problem is that each time there was one region
where we had to squeeze it.
We had to like go and I personally
you did, yes,
had to go and claw for songs that would fit in there because we were coming up short.
Right.
And what it meant was that we had songs in there that people were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Well, Aiko comes to mind. Yeah. Was there another one? It was mostly that one.
Lady in Red.
Oh, well, Lady in Red, I think belonged there. I just like to make fun of that.
I think people made fun of
Lady in Red is a very 80s and shitty song.
I think so.
I just like making fun of it. I don't think that one didn't belong.
People also made fun of At This Moment.
Oh shit, Billy Vera, yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, and actually again, in both seasons there was stuff that was only in there because it was a movie song.
Because we needed more movie songs.
And what that meant was that other songs that could have gotten in weren't. It also meant that since you have a 1 seed in the movie region, it's gonna kind of, and it's only competing against all kinds of weak sauce. It throws off the rankings. So our thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is that we're going to do what we did for season 3, which is we don't have
1 through 64
regions,
and off we go.
Right.
1, 2, 3, and 4 would get a region named after them.
Right.
The one thing that we had been chatting about today through text was that after everything's ranked 1 through 64 and we put them in their regions and we do the matchups, then we can just categorize movies and say, like, here's our adventure movies. They're scattered all throughout all 4 brackets. But, this was our top rank adventure film. Or we can keep track of that or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like a hashtag.
Yeah, kind of like that. Not putting them in a region, but then we can kind of keep track about like how are the various genres doing out in the wild while not being confined to their own to fight amongst themselves, right?
Sorry, you mean adult drama is not doing well? What? Right.
That was the other thing with putting them in regions was it guaranteed a movie song was going. It guaranteed a foreigner's
without foreigner.
Thank you, Joseph. A song was going to make it, And this other format, hell, you could end up with 4, say, action films in the final 4 if you...
Right.
So anyway, that's a lot of talk about what we might do. We'd love to hear... What do you guys want to hear?
Yeah.
Doing movies on an audio-only format. That'll be fun.
It's true. But we can embed trailers.
Sure. Yeah,
in the posts,
and we can pull movie quotes, and instead of skits, you and I can act out scenes.
Why? I love that idea because I don't have to write skits.
We don't have to write anything. We just act, open and close, or acting. You're an actor after all.
I am.
Anyway, all right. Well, so that's what we're thinking. It's still in the formative stages.
Yeah,
we will probably talk to you again in early 2026, is my guess. By the time we've figured it out,
it's going to take some work. There's a lot of ground laying we have to do here before we can get up and running with this thing.
Right. Make the brackets, start watching movies, start researching movies, that kind of stuff. So, well, that's it, folks. That's our extremely long season finale, the longest episode of the 80s ever. However, I would like to say another incredibly heartfelt thanks to Alejandro for sharing his time and his stories with us. Que copado!
Absolutely. Thanks, Flaco. Now, even though I created the 80sist, there would be no The 80sist. It would not have survived for 191 episodes without all of you listening, commenting, and voting. So thank you so much, and we will see you at the movies.
Goddamn right we will, Joe. Thanks a lot.
Woo-hoo.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
For my balls. Wait.